Love is a powerful force, especially when it lives in the heart of a believing woman. But in today's world, love is often misunderstood, misused, and sadly, misplaced. Our sisters are being pulled between emotion and faith, desire and dignity. That's why this reminder is so important. In this powerful message inspired by Mufti Menk's heartfelt words, we'll explore what it truly means for a woman to love with wisdom, honor, and Islamic purpose. This video is not about stopping love. It's about guiding it. It's a call to every sister. Protect your heart, know your worth, and never settle for a love that takes you away from Allah. If you've ever loved deeply, waited patiently, or felt lost in matters of the heart, this message is for you. Let's reflect together on how Islam empowers women to love in a way that brings peace, purpose, and ultimately, Jannah. 1. The power of a woman's love. When a woman falls in love with sincerity, her emotions become a beautiful reflection of compassion, loyalty, and sacrifice. Allah has placed within her heart a unique strength, the ability to care deeply, forgive easily, and remain devoted even through hardship. Her love is not shallow or temporary. It carries depth and meaning that can uplift and transform those around her. In Islam, this capacity for love is not a weakness. It is a sacred gift. A believing woman's love has the power to nurture faith within a household, to inspire patience during trials, and to bring peace to a man's heart. She does not love with conditions. She loves with trust and purity. But this powerful emotion must be guarded and directed wisely, because when that love is connected to the right purpose, seeking Allah's pleasure, it becomes a source of barakah that benefits her, her family, and her hereafter. 2. The importance of loving for the sake of Allah. In Islam, love is not just a feeling. It is an act of worship when directed in the right way. Loving for the sake of Allah means choosing relationships that bring you closer to Him, not further away. When a woman places Allah at the center of her heart, her love becomes pure, intentional, and protected. It's no longer about fleeting emotions or worldly attachments. It's about loyalty to someone who helps her preserve her deen. Mufti Menk often reminds us that love, outside the boundaries of Islam, often leads to confusion, pain, and loss of self-worth. But when your connection with someone is built upon pleasing Allah, there is peace, clarity, and purpose. That kind of love doesn't drain you. It strengthens your iman. It teaches patience, respect, and restraint. True love is not found in secret conversations or stolen moments. It is found in hearts that remember Allah together. 3. Avoiding premarital attachments. Premarital attachments often begin innocently, but can slowly lead the heart into dangerous territory. Islam honors the purity of relationships by drawing clear boundaries between what is halal and what is haram. When a woman emotionally invests in someone without nikah, she opens herself to heartache, disappointment, and even sin. The sweetness of love becomes bitter when it is sought outside the protection of Allah's guidance. Shaitan beautifies the haram to make it feel right, whispering promises of true love while quietly draining your peace and self-respect. But Islam teaches that love doesn't require secrecy. It requires sincerity and structure. Protecting your heart until someone is willing to commit through marriage is not weakness, it is wisdom. Allah never asks us to suppress love. He asks us to purify it. A love that honors Allah will never ask you to hide, to sin, or to break yourself for temporary happiness. 4. Self-worth and dignity in Islam. In Islam, a woman's worth is not defined by how much attention she receives, but by how closely she follows the path of modesty, faith, and self-respect. Allah has honored women with dignity that no worldly label or relationship can ever replace. She is not meant to chase love or lower herself to be accepted. She is already complete with her iman. A woman who understands her value doesn't beg for love. She inspires respect through her character. She doesn't fall for empty praise or shallow words because her standards are set by the Quran and Sunnah. Islam teaches that every woman is a queen of honor, not a servant to society's expectations. Her dignity is her crown, and modesty is her armor. When a woman recognizes her true worth in the sight of Allah, she no longer seeks validation from the world. She finds peace in her identity as a believing servant of the Most High. 5. True love requires halal commitment. True love in Islam is not about temporary emotions or secret meetings. It's about commitment, protection, and the pleasure of Allah. If a man truly values a woman, he will not delay in making his intentions halal. He will pursue her with honor, approach her family with respect, and seek nikah as the proper path. Mufti Menk beautifully reminds us that anyone who truly loves you will not lead you into sin. Instead, they will lead you towards Allah. Halal love gives peace. It brings barakah into your life, strengthens your faith, and shields you from heartbreak. A man who truly fears Allah will never play with a woman's emotions or delay what should be made honorable. Sisters, don't settle for less than what Allah has ordained. If someone claims to love you, their actions will reflect sincerity through purity, responsibility, and a genuine desire to make you their wife, not a hidden part of their life. 6. Patience and trust in Allah's plan. Waiting for the right person can be one of the most testing journeys for a believing woman. In a world that glorifies instant love and fast relationships, choosing patience feels lonely, but it is deeply rewarding. Allah's timing is never wrong. What you perceive as a delay is actually divine protection. He knows what your heart needs and when it needs it. Often, the wait is not just about finding the right person, it's about becoming the right person yourself. Mufti Menk reminds us that what is written for you will find you, no matter how far it seems. Trusting in Allah means believing that He sees your silent tears, your sincere du'as, and your efforts to remain pure. Be patient with your journey. Allah never withholds something good without replacing it with something better. What comes through patience and prayer carries peace that rushed decisions can never offer. Let Allah write your love story. 7. A dua for righteous love. In moments of longing, confusion, or emotional struggle, never underestimate the power of sincere dua. Allah is Al-Wadud, the most loving, and He hears every silent whisper of your heart. Rather than chasing love, ask the One who created love to bless you with what is pure, righteous, and lasting. A woman who turns to Allah in her emotional trials will never be left empty-handed. Mufti Menk often encourages us to pray for a spouse who brings us closer to Jannah, who fears Allah, and who will treat us with mercy and respect. Dua is not just a request, it is an act of surrender. You may not know what's best for you, but Allah does. So pray with a heart full of hope. Ya Allah, grant me someone who loves you more than me, so he will love me in a way that pleases you. Ameen. Trust that Allah never ignores the sincere dua of a believing heart. Dear sisters, remember that your heart is a gift. Don't give it to anyone who won't lead you closer to Allah. True love begins with Him and ends in Jannah. If this reminder touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Pious Deen for more uplifting Islamic guidance. Spread this message to another sister who needs it today. May Allah bless you with a love that is halal, peaceful, and leads to Jannah. Comment below, Ya Allah, bless me with a righteous love that brings me closer to you. Ameen.